Ooh. Well. 2-0. Great stuff. I'll split this episode into two parts. First part, I'll talk about the bad stuff that happened today. And the second part, let's take on the positives. First off, first half was awful. We were lucky that they were not leading by 2 goals. We were that lucky. They got a penalty, which, in fairness, there was actually a penalty. The VAR system showed that it was an offside, but I don't think it was because the ball came off Alexandro and not the Fiorentina player. So for me, it looked like a stone cold penalty. Chiellini used his elbow to block the cross from Bernardeschi. So for me, it looked like a penalty. Fortunately for Juve, the referee decided not to give it, so it was still 0-0, and then they hit the post just a couple of minutes later, also very lucky. But Juve created absolutely nothing. It was like we waited for them to do something and we needed to react to what they did. And this basically is the season of Allegri. We are reacting to what the opposition is doing. Sometimes we don't even react, we just absorb the pressure because we trust our defense, which are great, yes, but we trusting the same players. We're not gonna concede. We have Gigi or Wojciech Szczesny in goal, so no problem. Let's just keep them coming and we'll absorb the pressure and we'll ride off the storm. Well, we've done it lately, yes, but is this really how we're gonna do it for the rest of the season? Is this really what is going to happen? With players like Bernardeschi, Douglas Costa, Dybala, Higuain, and so on and so on. Those players, when you hear those players, you're thinking automatically what a great offensive team they have. They have enormous potential to attack and score a bunch of goals. But no, Allegri decides to absorb the pressure with the same old defensive approach. And that was my biggest issue with the first half. We sat back and waited for them to do mistakes, and when they did mistakes, well, we failed to do anything about it. Bernardeschi was invisible, didn't do nothing in the first half. Marquinhos struggled because Mandzukic was always in the way and complicated things. Alexandro was busy defending rather than attacking. Chiellini was atrocious. He fouled Simeone time and time again, so they got some stupid free kicks. So it was not good. Second half, however, and this is the second part, the good one. We started badly. We started just as the first half ended, but then things got better and better and better, and Lichtsteiner came off, things got better after that, and Bernardeschi actually played a great second half. Bad first half, good second half. So he was tackled just outside the box and he actually scored on the free kick. My guess, I'm no expert, but in my head I'm thinking that your wall should cover one part of the goal, you cover the other part. But he did neither. He just stood in the middle of the goal and waited for something. Bernardeschi's shot was great, but it was poor goalkeeping. 1-0 to us, and then it was a great ball from Chiellini with his right foot actually. And it was 2-0 because Pipita Higuain, when he is one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he rarely misses. Excellent finish, 2-0 victory. Yeah, it was great, but nervous, very nervous, of course, because they were pushing. They wanted to score. Some strange refereeing decisions, overall okay display from the ref. The VAR, just stupid, just unnecessary, it takes so long, it's just silly. Should have been a penalty, he called it off, so yeah, the fact is that we win another game and now it's up to Napoli to respond. Luckily, they're facing a tough team this time, Lazio. Let's see if they can actually steal some points from them. Hopefully they will. On to the player ratings. I'll start with Gigi Buffon. He had an excellent game again. 8 out of 10 for him. He did what he had to do. Saved us, bailed us out in difficult moments. And this is what I'm talking about. We are relying on excellence from the likes of Chiellini, Benatia, Gigi Buffon. And this is just down to luck, basically, sometimes. So how long are we gonna ride it? But I will give him 8 out of 10 tonight. Alexander thought it poor in the first half, slightly better in second. Tough for me to say, I'll give him a 6. Chiellini I thought was bad, but he had an assist, which was a great one. I actually wanted to give him a 5, but now since he got his assist, I'll just bump him up to 6. Benatia had a better game than Chiellini did. Benatia did everything necessary. Can't blame him for anything. So 7 for Mehdi Benatia tonight. Lichtsteiner, what a stupid player. We cannot trust him anymore. Allegri doesn't trust him anymore. That's why he takes him out every time after 60 minutes or so. He cannot be trusted. Every time he misses the ball or doing a bad pass or controls the ball badly, he yells at everybody else. He's constantly arguing with the ref, constantly arguing with the opponents. It's just so tiring. It's just so annoying. I'll give him a 5 tonight. Further up the pitch, let's go with Claudio Marchisio. I will give him a 6, maybe even a 5, but come on, I'll give him a 6. He tried, at least he tried, but we played that defensive approach, which made it difficult for him to create anything during that period of time that he was on the pitch, because he was subbed off for Douglas Costa in the second half. Let's go to Miralem Pjanic. I will give him a 6 as well. I thought he wasn't that influential, wasn't particularly successful either, so a bit quiet game from him. I expect big things from him against Tottenham, so 6 for him as well. And let's go to Khedira. I don't know, Khedira is a tough one, because he succeeded probably at something, but nothing influential, and not that good as against Sassuolo, of course. So, you know, a 6, a 5, 6. Okay, let's go ahead and give him a 6 then, because we won. And Mandzukic, I will give a 4, just because he was so uninterested today. Everything he did to ruin us. His passing stopped our counter-attacking. When he is a left winger, when he is positioned on left wing, I'm guessing that's because his physique and his defensive work is that valuable to Allegri that he needs to be there. Okay, fine. But then produce something. Make use of that physique and that defensive contribution. But no, he just sulks and walks around. There are a lot of games that I watch and I see that he is struggling to get into games. There are certain type of matches that he's perfect for. This was not the one, so 4 for him. Gonzalo was very, very quiet throughout almost the whole game. Couple of key moments, but the final one, he scored on his last chance. So yeah, I gotta give him a 7, but without that goal, well, I would have given him a 6 or maybe even a 5. Not because of his own fault, but because we played so defensive football. And lastly, Federico Bernardeschi. Well, first half was poor. Second half was great. In my last episode, I asked him, impress me. Impress yourself and impress Allegri. And the verdict, I am still on the fence for this one. Because first half was poor, second half was great. His goal was a free kick. His performance in the second half, other than that, was also great. So in total, I will give him an 8, just because he scored, just because his contribution in the second half was that great, defensively and offensively. Him and Douglas Costa, they played great together, actually. What a thought. Both offensive players played great out there once they were on the pitch and close to each other. Maybe something to think about, Max Allegri. So in my opinion, in order to grow, in order to impress me, he needs to play and show what he is capable of. Because right now I'm only seeing glimpses of something. Something great, but something very average. His left foot, great, okay, fine. It's golden. But is that it? Is that it? I need to see more. Please tell me what you think about my ratings down below. You probably disagree with me regarding Bernardeschi. You're thinking that Bernardeschi is the greatest thing that ever happened with Juventus since this guy. Yeah, okay, fine by me. Please comment below and confirm it. Tell me what you think about my player ratings, and also follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. I'll see you for the preview for the huge game against Tottenham. I'll do the preview maybe even on Sunday, because this is a good one. This is a tasty one. It's Champions League, guys. Champions League is back. See you for that one. Ciao, fino alla fine. Oh, Lazio, please don't bottle it against Napoli.